in the past, I've had these dreams where I was a girl. And I was having these dreams really semi-frequently, a lot, during a certain period of my life. Around my, early 20s, throughout my mid-20s, I was having these dreams. And usually in these dreams, it was usually just me, living my life, everyday life, but as a girl, and I went by Danielle, had she, her pronouns and that sort of thing. And sometimes they, them pronouns as well. It kind of fluctuated, but yeah. And sometimes these dreams would be a little bit different, different things would happen. Romance type of things would happen, where I would meet another person, usually another girl, and, start dating and romantic things, etc., etc. And sometimes, though, I wouldn't be a cis girl in these dreams. Sometimes I would be a trans girl, with, the respective body parts and everything. And yeah, that would be the difference. And yeah, I would have these dreams quite frequently, of all the varieties of them. They would be quite frequent, throughout my early 20s and throughout my mid-20s, up till, like, I was 27 or 28, I think. That's when I started having these kinds of dreams less and less, and eventually, as I rounded into my 30s and whatnot, I stopped having these kinds of dreams totally, none at all. I was not having these types of dreams at all anymore. And, yeah. And I've always wondered why I had these types of dreams so much. Like, why were they so frequent? And why was I having them in the first place? I thought of some possible reasons, like, for instance, during this time, this was during my whole figuring myself out, figuring out my gender identity, everything, being ambineck and everything. This was during all that as well, so that could have been a possible reason, why I was having so many dreams like that. Or maybe it has something to do with gender dysphoria of some kind. Maybe even relating to me figuring out my own gender. Maybe it was relation to that as well. Some type of gender dysphoria, even though I've never really, felt like I was, like, born in the wrong body or anything like that. No. But maybe it was a different type of gender dysphoria. I don't know. Regarding, to me figuring out my gender identity. But I don't know. That's just possible reasons. I don't know for sure. And I've always been curious about it. Why I had these dreams, why I had them so frequently in my early 20s and throughout my mid-20s, and why they suddenly just stopped as well. I mean, possibly it's because I eventually figured out my own gender identity, and I guess maybe that's probably why they stopped. But again, it's uncertain. I don't know. But yeah, it's always something I've been curious about and wondered why. But yeah.